Hey guys, Matt Donald here. Just let you know once again, as I always do, that I now, as in always, forever and always, have a Patreon. Yay! At patreon.com/Matthew Donald. There you'll find bonus content for both the Ritwit and Paleobites. For the Paleobites bonus content, we discuss pop culture featuring prehistoric animals, and this month we're talking about Camp Cretaceous, the Netflix hit show in the Jurassic World canon. The reason why I'm not saying Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous is I'm trying to hide the fact that we've covered so many different things in the Jurassic Park/World franchise. Look, guys, it's the one big dinosaur franchise out there. If you want there to be two big dinosaur franchises, buy my book, Megazoic, on Amazon.com. Anyways, link is in the description for where you can sign up to the Patreon. Thank you for your support and have a lovely day.
Roar, growl, snarl, bellow.
Welcome to Paleobites, the podcast that, like Mexico 65 million years ago, is between a rock and a hard place. My name's Matthew Dahl, and each week I and a rotating series of guest co-hosts talk about and rate a genus of prehistoric animal, be it dinosaur, mammal, arthropod, and so on. This week I'm joined by famed adventurer of the Dungeons and Dragons lands. I guess not anymore. Now. Oh, well, never mind. Famed retired adventurer, like Bilbo, you know.
I'm still adventuring. I'm just writing them myself now.
Oh, I guess that's true. But you're like Bilbo, though. You've had your adventures, and you're gonna do new ones, right? You're quite ready for another adventure.
Yes, Lexi.
Lexi Ryan. Lexi Ryan. How are you?
That's me. Yes. It's a me.
It's a me, Lexi.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Of course. It's always fun to have you here. We've been having a good time here watching Community and eating calzones.
Yes, a perfect Saturday.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. The weather's nice, but so we can look at it. You know.
Yes, and we are socially distant.
Yes, we are. So we are at least 6 feet apart now. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, dinosaur question. Let's see. What do I got?
Do you have any?
I don't know. I have to think of these on the cuff.
I don't know. I mean, I could think of one to ask you, maybe.
Ooh,
but
okay.
Okay.
I'll edit out all the long pauses.
Yeah, like put in tons of noises here. I don't know. Oh shit! I don't. I'm already swearing.
Oh, there we go. Okay, well, I should probably bring this up. That I've decided now, and older episodes can see this. Swearing is okay because I'm going to edit in Velociraptor noises.
Yes. So. Okay, so if you were a dinosaur that had, this might make no sense.
Okay, I got it.
But that produced cheese, what dinosaur would you come from?
What?
I said it doesn't make sense. Reptiles don't.
Okay, so penguins. The males produce like a milky substance in their mouths.
I'm talking about cheese, man.
Yeah, no, but cheese comes from milk, doesn't it?
That's true. I'm just talking about it magically just appears next to the dinosaur.
So do you want me to be the dinosaur and eat the cheese?
No, it's like, I'll give you an example. My example, non-dinosaur, is werewolf cheese. Because you would have to, first of all, know a werewolf, find a werewolf, and then you would have to tame it you would have to wait for it to change once a month on the full moon, and then you'd have to tame it enough to milk it.
Oh, yeah.
So if I were the werewolf cheese, I would be very expensive.
Okay, so this isn't a dinosaur, but this is a prehistoric creature. You know how there's like crab cheese? I know that's not really you milk I know you don't milk the crab, but
there's actually
like crab cheese wontons. You know?
Oh yeah, that's cream cheese, yo. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to make it Anomalocaris cheese, which is this Cambrian creature that kind of looks like a shrimp thing. If that's
nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's like 2 feet. No, it's like 2 meters long. It's like 6 feet long.
What does it eat?
It eats meat. It eats
It's meat. Okay, so it's a nice hearty cheese. I don't know. I've never had cheese from a meat eater. I don't think.
It's true. We need a cat cheese.
Okay, that is weird. I do not want to picture milking my cat. Time for your daily milking.
It's just like it just sounds like a princessy thing. Like I want a thimbleful of cat's milk.
Yes, it does. Yeah, that does. I mean, you'd think it would be like something more exotic, but yeah, cat's milk. Just a feral alley cat, please. Just a thimbleful of their milk.
Right.
Spicy.
I don't know. Jasmine had a tiger, except the tiger was male, so.
Yeah, again, we're talking about milking a werewolf, so it happens.
Yeah. Okay. Plus, with werewolves, they have they don't just have 2 nipples like humans do. They have 6.
6 or 8, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So there'd be ample opportunities to milk again if the werewolf was tame.
That's true.
Yes.
Which I don't know. I mean, it's once a month. How can you be? If you're a werewolf the whole time, you could be easier to be tamed. But specifically, if you're only once a month, you're going to go on a rampage, right?
Exactly.
So how do you
Exactly.
tame someone? I don't know. It's
Yeah.
very exotic, very expensive.
We've seen Harry Potter. We know what werewolves can do to their friends.
That's true. That's
Yes.
true.
But crab cheese, which was say the name of it again.
Anomalocaris.
That's crab cheese is much easier.
Yeah, it means it's like anomaly and then charis, like charis, like calamari kind of.
Neat. Okay.
It means
Yeah,
abnormal
calamari.
not squid, abnormal shrimp.
Okay.
Anyways, that's my cheese.
All right. There you go.
Speaking of none of that.
Great segue, friend.
Although, okay, here's the segue. Here, say a swear.
Shit.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking about that creature this time. We're talking about Velociraptor. Yeah! Velociraptor. It's a classic dinosaur. Everyone knows this one. Jurassic Park introduced it to the world.
Yes. Terrifying.
Yes, but actually not as terrifying as the movies made it seem. We'll get into this.
Okay.
Yes. It means fast thief, by the way, like velocity.
Okay. And I just want to clarify. So again, my exposure for Velociraptors have pretty much been Jurassic Park,
Yes.
and then like some toys my brother had growing
Right,
up.
right.
But if I recall correctly, in the first Jurassic Park, that or I think it's the first, that claw
Yeah.
that Sam
Yeah, the sickle claw.
has, like that's a Velociraptor claw, right?
That's a dromaeosaurid claw, which is the family it's in. They all have those.
Oh, okay. Because it's scary looking.
Yeah.
But Velociraptors have stuff.
They
like
have a sickle
Yeah.
claw, yes.
sickle.
Yeah, it's kind of what
Okay.
it's
Makes
called.
sense. Like it's like a scythe sickle.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty scary looking. Type is a dromaeosaurid theropod, which is the fancy name for the raptors.
Yo.
Size. So you know how the Velociraptor that one? I think the paleontologist Alan Grant says it's 6 feet tall and 9 feet long. I think is what they say.
You would recall more than me.
Yes, I was looking at it at the computer. It's not that tall. It's 6.5 feet long and like only 3 feet high.
Oh,
So
I feel like I could kick a bitch.
Yeah, no, I mean it's like a dog. Like it looks kind of like a.
Well, I don't want to kick a dog, but
Well, I mean, it's a scary. It looks more like a bird, but anyways.
that's true. That's so much shorter than I thought. Like,
Yeah,
it would come up to-
I'll get into it here and why they made it so much bigger in that movie. 33 to 44 pounds, 15 to 20 kilograms. It was a carnivore, obviously. Time, Late Cretaceous, 75 to 71 million years ago. So it didn't quite get close enough to the meteor. So it lived near the end of the Cretaceous, but not quite at the end. Location, Mongolia and China, where we know it from.
Okay.
It was described in 1924, so way before Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Pop culture appearances, well, obviously Jurassic Park is where it all started.
Yes.
And after that, it just kept pouring in. Like,
Yeah, I remember my brother had. I don't even know if they're Jurassic Park, but like he had those little fighting raptors. Like you click, there's a red one and a blue one, and you click the buttons, and it like
ooh,
makes all the noises. And
kind of like Rock'em Sock'em Robots,
yes,
but with
Velociraptors.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So
Their noise was scary though.
It also appears in the Walking with Dinosaurs special, The Giant Claw, Dinosaur Revolution, Dinosaur Planet, Zoo Tycoon 2,
Yes.
Dino Island, The Land Before Time 3, which is conveniently the first Land Before Time movie released after Jurassic Park, but I'm sure that's just a coincidence.
Of course.
And let's see, Ark Survival Evolved, Disney's Dinosaur, like go on. There's so many more.
That's very true.
I
think everyone knows what a Velociraptor
Yeah,
is.
it's cool. My favorite one, though, is the Toronto basketball team, which is literally called the Raptors.
Yeah. Every time we say like we shorten it to Raptor, though, I think of Rapper, so I'm thinking of like a Velociraptor with
Velociraptor.
with a
yo,
gold-
I'm a
right?
raptor, yo.
This is my Velociraptor. I got my backwards hat, got a gold chain and some big sunglasses.
I've got a sickle claw, and I don't follow the law.
Yeah, maybe.
I kill
Spit
Protoceratops,
that
and
flow.
I kill Protoceratops, and I eat Cherulops.
I eat Cheryl lots.
Yeah.
It's his friend that
Anyways,
kills
this
him,
is
Cheryl.
so cringy. Anyways,
I'm laughing.
of course. So this is a classic. Just hearing the name evokes such a powerful and terrifying image. Velociraptor, a species that's smart enough to open doors and set traps, fast enough to run alongside a motorcycle ridden on top speed by Chris Pratt.
So that's sweet. The open doors thing in the first Jurassic Park, that's true.
So here I'm getting to this.
Okay,
This is how
okay.
people envision it.
Okay.
Scaly enough to look alien and creepy like a Komodo dragon on 2 legs, small enough to stalk you indoors, yet large enough to look you right in the eye. But of course, most paleo fans know the Velociraptor in real life was nothing like it was depicted in Jurassic Park.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. But to be fair, there are a few reasons why they did it this way beyond just making it cooler. So let's talk about the size first. In real life, like I said, Velociraptor is about 3 feet tall, like the size of a medium to large dog. However, a North American relative called Deinonychus, it was much larger. It was about the size of the Jurassic Park Velociraptors, but a little bit smaller, but closer to that size, like 5 feet tall.
Okay.
It was theorized back in the 80s that it should be classified as a different species of Velociraptor. So, like, you know how dinosaurs, they have their genus name and their species name, like Tyrannosaurus Rex. Velociraptor species name is Mongoliensis, which means of Mongolia.
Makes sense since it was found there.
So they were thinking that Deinonychus, which was called Deinonychus anteropus, would actually be Velociraptor anteropus.
Okay.
So that's what they were thinking. They thought it was close enough that it could be just another species, but in the same genus. Michael Crichton decided to use this theory when writing the books, mainly to make his raptors bigger enough to be threatening, and also, by his own admission, Velociraptor sounds cooler than Deinonychus.
That is very true. Yeah.
So, and this is why, in the movie of Jurassic Park, at the beginning when they're digging the fossil Velociraptor, they're in Montana. Because in real life, Velociraptor's in Asia.
Wouldn't be in Montana.
But Deinonychus was in Montana.
Okay.
But by the time the movie came out, this theory had long since been discredited, but they kept the name Velociraptor for consistency's sake.
Interesting.
So, that's one of the reasons why it's that size.
Okay.
It's actually funny, during the production of Jurassic Park, there was another raptor found called Utah Raptor that was that same size, and they were thinking about naming it Utah Raptor Spielbergy.
So I'm guessing it was found in Alaska, right?
No, yes, exactly. Well, no, it was South Dakota.
South Dakota Raptor.
Yes. There actually is a Dakota Raptor.
Oh. I just pictured like Dakota Fanning with like a raptor.
Something like that. Oh, man. So, let's talk about its appearance now, though. It's now known after finding fossil impressions in the fossil rocks. What, that was redundant?
Fossil rocks.
That Velociraptor and all of its relatives were covered in feathers.
Wait, so that's not an all dinosaur thing?
No, it's some dinosaurs.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like Triceratops didn't. Actually, some ceratopsians might have had feathers.
Okay.
But yeah, mostly it's the small carnivores. Some of the larger carnivores, especially they were up north, maybe. There's debate on whether or not T-Rex had feathers.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's what. Yeah, when that feather thing.
I need to silence my phone.
Man is silenced.
Yes.
How dare you interrupt the broadcast?
I know. These are texts.
It's so much fun to yell when you are French.
Snapchats.
An angry Frenchman.
And Snapchats and the Instagrams.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Anyways, in fact, some of its smaller relatives, like Microraptor, had such fully developed wing feathers that we think they were fully capable of true flight.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, they looked like birds and they could fly like birds. Now, the ones the size of the raptors in Jurassic Park could not fly, but still, that's still crazy to think that they look so much bird-like. So, of course...
Wait, did they have beaks? No,
they didn't have beaks.
Because they had tons of teeth.
No, they had teeth.
Yeah,
so but they had very developed wing feathers and others, and they kind of held them like that, but they still had a sickle claw. I'll show you a picture of what we think modern raptors look like. It's very bird-like.
Picturing a terrifyingly disformed rooster.
Kind of. It might have even had that crest like hers.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing.
Well, it's kind of funny. In Jurassic Park, that little kid at the dig site that Alan Grant torments about it, he's like, that doesn't look very scary. More like a 6-foot turkey.
Yeah.
He's not off.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
So doesn't he say something? He's like, this could take your claw and like 6 inches across your belly or something.
He intimidates that kid. There's a fan theory that kid grows up to be Chris Pratt's character.
Oh my god, I love that. What a nice little
So it's
bow.
like he takes to his to heart, you should respect the Raptors.
Yeah.
Because that would be about the age he would be. And
yeah, I like that. I'm going to say that's true, even though I don't know if their names are the same.
they never reveal his name in the original movie.
They talk about the girl.
Well, I mean the little kid that he intimidates, I think.
Oh, wait. You're talking about the one who's a little chunkier? And
yes.
Yes, the brunette. Yeah,
like the one who's like that looks more like a 6-foot turkey.
Yep.
Yeah, so they never reveal his name. So the fan theory is that he grows up to be Chris Pratt.
He grows up, he starts to exercise and eat well, and then he gets super pumped.
I mean, Chris Pratt was chubby at first. So
I know, of course. That's what I'm saying.
Out.
Yeah, it does work out. It does.
Of course, by the time the Jurassic Park movie came out, they didn't think they had feathers. And by the later ones, they were like, oh, we're just keeping that way for consistency.
They didn't know yet.
In the original movie, they did not know yet.
I thought it was an intentional choice to make them scarier.
No.
Good for them, because that would have not been scary.
It depends. Some birds are scary. Cassowaries are terrifying.
Less scary?
I don't know. Like a big hawk.
Like, I feel like, imagine something scary. Does it have feathers? Almost everyone would be like, No.
Are you kidding me? I've been chased by chickens before.
I'm talking about people who have not been traumatized by chickens, roosters, ostriches,
Geese
or the like.
are terrifying.
They're
Swans.
rude, but are they like, if I told you to close your eyes and picture something, a scary monster, does it have feathers?
That's true. It doesn't. Well, it looks more alien. It looks. Plus, I have a bird at home.
That's true. So feathers are friends, not food.
Yeah. So, yes, indeed. But so in the later movies, they just kept them featherless to maintain continuity. And in fact, in Jurassic World, the first of the new Jurassic World ones, Dr. Wu justifies it by saying, nothing in Jurassic Park is real. We've always spliced the genomes, and if we made them pure, they would look very different.
Right.
Which I think was a good way to say,
totally,
they should have feathers, but we want to maintain franchise continuity, and this is a way to say, okay,
what a good out for them.
Yeah, exactly. So, some people hate that, but I think it's fine. Like, I don't think. Some people think that the dinosaurs in those movies should be more accurate. I don't mind. They introduce new species and give them a platform to people that might not know about them otherwise. Right. Like, people didn't know about Velociraptor until the movie.
That's wild, because it was such a big part of my childhood, because my brother was so into it, and like...
Yeah, but like that
it's
movie...
just like a word you grew up knowing.
Yeah, exactly. But like before that movie, the big scary one was T-Rex. Everyone knew T-Rex.
Because it's so huge.
But then Velociraptor, Spielberg was like, okay, this one's scarier because it can stalk you from inside.
And I'm guessing it's a lot faster.
It's a lot faster. I mean, fast leaf. Yeah. So, and it's a lot faster, and it's more intelligent. So, it's scary.
Scarier.
Yeah, it is scarier. So there's one thing, though, that's really cool about Velociraptor. That is no exaggeration, probably the most spectacular fossil find we have ever found. It is a Velociraptor and a Protoceratops, one of its main prey, in direct combat.
In a fossil?
In a fossil.
That's crazy.
Like, you can see the Protoceratops biting its beak-like sort of mouth on the Velociraptor's arm, and the Velociraptor's sickle claw is in the gut.
So that was created at the moment of the comet impact, you think?
What happened, this was before the comet that happened.
Okay, I don't know the...
What they think happened was that they were fighting and then a sand dune or something collapsed on them.
Interesting.
And it preserved this amazing find of these that's frozen cool. In time. Yeah. That's just, and they're both nearly complete.
I'm going to die like a badass. Watch, guys.
Basically. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Also, another thing that's funny about Velociraptor, I said it was like a dromaeosaur. That's the family of it's called the Raptors. But before Velociraptor, and especially before the Jurassic Park movie, none of the others had raptor in their name. It was like Deinonychus or like Dromaeosaurus or other things like that. But after Jurassic Park, all the dromaeosaurs we've found since, most of them at least, have had raptor in the name. It's popularized that. So we have like Utah Raptor, Dakota Raptor, Microraptor, and my personal favorite, Pyroraptor.
Yeah, I'm thinking about rappers.
Right. But Pyroraptor means like pyromaniac. It means fire thief. Yeah. So it was called that because it was found after a forest fire.
Okay.
That's just a really cool name, Pyroraptor.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Was there a
Kleptoraptor?
Is there like a Kleptoraptor, like Pyromaniac, Kleptomaniac? Kleptoraptor.
I steal your things.
I mean, it does mean thief.
Yeah,
that's kind of redundant, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Raptor means thief.
Yeah.
Anyways. Of course, this makes it confusing when there are other dinosaurs that end in raptor that are not dromaeosaurs, like Oviraptor, and my boy Sinraptor, who's the star of my Megazoic books. So he's a different family member. So it's like, wait, he's a raptor, but he's not a raptor? What?
Extended family.
Extended family. I mean, he indulges in a few raps every so often, but he prefers more hip hop stuff.
Yes. Smooth jazz.
But yeah, that's Velociraptor. Like, I think it's cool that it's got this publicity. I think, and a lot of people know it's feathered now. And
so I have another weird question.
Yes.
I mean, this is just where my mind goes. You know me, I'm a foodie.
Yes.
I'm like, a lot of things with feathers are things that like we as humans eat.
Yeah, sometimes.
I wonder if we coexisted with them, if like we would eat them and what they would taste like.
Probably like chicken.
I mean, frogs kind of taste like chicken. Like, that's true.
I've heard. I don't remember where I heard this, and I didn't look for it. I swear. I've heard humans taste like chicken.
Who is alive to tell you?
I don't know
that. I mean, there is that whole like, I forgot the name of it, but it was that like ice trip a long time ago where they had to like eat each other to stay alive. There was something that, and then of course there's like, I heard there's like a tribe somewhere, like the Papua New Guinea tribe, that used to do like when when someone died, then they consumed their flesh. I think that stopped because that was creating kuru or the
Right, yeah, that's like some sort of disease.
So if you who you
I don't know where I heard. I don't remember where I heard that. No, I looked it up because I was curious.
Maybe Jeffrey Dahmer came out and was just like, "Hey everyone, it tastes like chicken." In case you were wondering, thanks for catching me.
Apparently, another name for human meat is long pork too. So if you ever heard someone talk about long pork, they're talking about human meat.
So like, if I'm ever on the black market and someone's like, "I got some quality long pork,"
like,
no, that actually just makes me think like. Is this going sexual? Like,
oh, it's true.
Like...
Oh, we can swear it's a long dick.
Yeah, but long pork. Good to know. Interesting.
Yeah, just in case you're ever in the black market.
Yeah.
Anyways, Velociraptor. I actually think Velociraptor might make a good pet. Like if it's that small.
I was thinking that, and I just kept thinking of Blue and his dynamic.
Yeah, and like that's like one of those scary Jurassic Park ones, but a real one was probably like this tall.
Yeah, it's petite.
Yeah, it's like. I think it could be a good pet.
You could put a toddler on there.
Yeah.
Not a full gaggle.
Yeah, I don't know about that. There was this one book that I used to love. I still have it somewhere. It's called How to Keep Dinosaurs.
I don't know.
And it's like taken as if these animals are pets or something, and how you could take care of them and all their different needs. And
what a random book.
I know, and they have all these different little icons like good with children. Or like house trained, but that's also like likes children to eat. You know?
See, I could do that with cheese, and it would be just as weird.
Yeah. So it talks about Velociraptor, like how it could be a good security animal, but maybe keep it away, like good for like a childless couple in the city or something.
Yeah.
It goes into,
this one needs 30 minutes of outside time every day.
Yeah, no, it goes into stuff like that. It treats as if these are just animals on the market. You know?
That's adorable.
It's really funny. It talks about some of the animals that you can cook or like eat for their eggs.
If you're in a bad situation, just their eggs.
Or their eggs, or their meat.
It's like, I don't know what pet book is out there. It's like, in case you need to eat your pet, here's how to do it.
Well, you know, because not all the dinosaurs can be pet worthy. Some of them are way too big.
Yes.
So it's like, and it's very tongue in cheek. Like it talks about how, you know how like Ducky, they're called duck-billed dinosaurs.
Uh-huh.
And he talks about like, oh, actually that's just how the bones were. But in the real life animal, it has like these skin things. I'm convinced whoever named it duck-billed dinosaurs never saw one alive.
Yeah.
I just thought that was really funny. So it's
true.
It's that kind of humor in that book. But anyways. All right, so let's rate it 1 out of 65 million. I don't know, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it loses points for being a bit smaller, but I don't know, maybe that's a good thing.
Well, it's not its fault that it was lied about, you know. Like,
that's true.
But at the same time...
Like, how many movies make someone, like a historical figure or something, seem a lot cooler than they actually were?
You know, I'm going to give it a good rating because it reminds me so much of just my brother when he was adorable as a, 2, 3, 4-year-old. So I think I'm going to go with like a solid 60.
Oh, 60 million, yeah.
Yeah.
I might give mine like 60 million. Yeah, maybe 60 million. Yeah, I think
are you going to pull a Price is Right and do a 60 million and 1 penny?
Yes, like, 60 million and 1. Yeah.
60 million and 1.
Nice. That'd be good.
It's a good game strategy.
It is a good game strategy. I used to be good at watching those shows and like getting the patterns.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. All right, well,
60.
Yep. All right. Well, that's it for this week. If you want to get to the show, you can contact me at mattd@matthewdonthecreator.com. You can follow me on social media at Matthew Don Creator on Facebook, at MatthewDon64 on Twitter, and MatthewDon64 on Instagram. You can follow Lexi at, Lexi Tate?
Lexi Tate 44.
Yep, indeed. I have a book series on Amazon, Megazoic, available for print and Kindle. There is a Velociraptor in it. She's the Empress of the Laurasian Empire.
Yeah, and just so we can have the sound in here one more time, she's freaking cool.
Oh, yes, of course. Nice. No, I think she's cool, too. A lot of people seem to really like her. Okay, so, we have a podcast called The Writ Wit, where 2 twits talk about writing, other stuff. I write stuff. You've been in a couple episodes, right?
I have. No, what is a twit?
A twit's just like a simpleton.
A simple... How like self-deprecating. Yeah. That's my first time wondering, like, what is a twit?
Yeah, it's like someone who's proper wants to make fun of someone, call someone a name. But
you annoying twit, like a prat.
Yeah, it's like something. Yeah, it's like
British. That's what, you guys are humble writers.
Yes.
I am but a humble writer.
I'd say I'm a humble writer.
Yes.
Matt Seifert though goes all in. His Facebook posts are like Bibles. Like, he doesn't know when to stop.
In your face writing.
Like, he doesn't know when to stop. But he's all right. All right. Well, that's it for this week. I was going to say at the end of every episode of Paleobites.
Roar! That's
roar. They have those weird walrus things. You know in Jurassic Park, that call they make is a mix between a dolphin and a walrus?
Terrifying. And resourceful.
Yeah. It's interesting they make those words. All right, bye.
Bye.